Rock star has been busted shoplifting while on tour in New Zealand. Lachlan Galbraith from the band Ocean Alley was on a hunting and fishing store when he stole a drink bottle lid worth just $17.95. It was all captured on CCTV, with the store publicly calling him out online.
But he isn't the only celebrity who's enjoyed some freetail therapy, if you want to call it that. Lachlan joins a long list of A-listers who've been caught red-handed. From Winona Ryder to Amanda Bynes, an endless flow of cash does not stop the rich and famous from shoplifting. Despite being worth millions, Britney Spears was famously caught by paparazzi walking out of a petrol station with an unpaid lighter. Previously, she also conveniently forgot to pay for a shirt and wig. Lindsay Lohan was once sentenced to jail over the theft of a gold necklace valued at over $3,000. Due to overcrowding, she was placed under house arrest.
You need to follow the laws just like everybody else.
And stars including our own Hugh Jackman, Kim Kardashian, Megan Fox and Amy Schumer have all admitted they were rebellious teenagers and stole in the past. But one thing Ocean Alley member Lachlan had to do that many didn't was publicly apologise.
In an act of complete foolishness, I stole a drink bottle lid. It is a moment that I am not proud of at all, and one that I have deep regret and remorse for.
Criminologist with the University of Newcastle, Dr. Xanthi Mallet, joins us now for more. Morning, Xanthi. Celebrities not only have money, they're in the public eye. Is that part of the thrill?
I think some of it is potentially thrill, but in a lot of these cases it can actually be much more serious and be a mental health condition known as kleptomania, which actually means people have an urge they simply can't resist to steal. So it's much more serious for some of these individuals.
Lachlan stole something that was under $20, Xanthi. Kim Kardashian stole lipsticks. Why steal something so small in value, so trivial?
It's literally, for some of these people, a compulsion disorder, and for the true kleptomaniac, and it is an incredibly rare condition, but they don't need these items. They can certainly afford to buy them, and afterwards they feel a very strong sense of guilt and either return the item, store it, or even throw it away. So it's not about needing to buy the item, it's not about not having the money to do so, it's about an emotional need and an anxiety release, ultimately, that they feel when they've completed that theft.
How often, with these cases that we hear, does the person have kleptomania?
It is incredibly rare. It is a significant and sometimes debilitating mental health condition. But unless they were properly assessed, it would be impossible to say whether these particular individuals were suffering from that condition. But ultimately, you know, they do come to the public eye when it happens, and a number of them will be suffering from kleptomania.
So is kleptomania like an addiction, that they almost feel like they don't have a choice?
Yes, exactly. So they're not thinking about the repercussions, they're only in the moment. They often feel anxious or depressed beforehand, and it's literally an emotional release.
So then, Xanthi, what about when they're actually caught out and they're busted? Is that enough to break the cycle?
Well, it's very difficult because it's an impulsive thing. It's an impulse control disorder. So it's very difficult for you or I, who don't feel that need for that emotional release, to really understand. But it's going to be very difficult. There are some treatments available, but really it's about learning mechanisms to not finding yourself in situations where you may feel that need, that trigger. So it's really about controlling those behaviours rather than actual treatment.
In terms of the treatment, is it trying to get to what is beneath the kleptomania? Like, that's just a symptom of something else going on, you assume?
Well, it can be a symptom or co-associated with a number of other mental health conditions. Depression is a key one. Around a third of people who have kleptomania are also depressed. But it's really about learning mechanisms to avoid doing that behaviour. So there's no real treatment. You're never actually going to be able to get rid of that urge completely. It's about learning ways to manage it better yourself.
Thank you, Xanthi. As you mentioned, well, not all of them would be diagnosed with kleptomania.
Yeah.
Some of these celebrities just think they're, for example, above the law.
Yeah.
Small businesses calling them out on social media. There's wanted posters in my area for a neighbour who's been caught on CCTV stealing all the hydrangeas from one of my neighbour's gardens. There's a wanted poster of the woman.
Wow, you could just go around and have a look in people's living rooms, couldn't you?
Well,
the hydrangeas have been...
Well, you've taken it to a new disturbing level there, but...
The hydrangeas have been... Does that...
I mean, I don't know what you get up to in your spare time, but...
The hydrangeas have been lovely this time of year, haven't they?